Yo yo, what's up gamers? Here we've got a solo run with Wilder, going for the final boss. It was a pretty brutal run, so yeah, let's see how we did. So I believe we've got the relic on that gives us extra damage from the jails, because yeah, that's really nice meta to run in the solo games, for sure. Getting brutalized a little bit here. That's alright, because we're gonna persist. This run is all about persistence, as you're gonna see later on. So let's see what we're getting to begin with. Not gonna guard. Damage negation at low health. Pretty decent. Let's see, are we gonna pick that up? 29%, yeah, that's pretty decent actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna run back around here to get the second level straight away, because yeah, look at our health. Just unbelievably squishy in that first level. So going for this first camp, because yeah, the main thing I'm noticing in solos is you really don't want to be moving around too much. You basically want to be sort of maximizing your farms, and yeah, just not moving too much, especially by foot, and especially without Wilder's character skill, because it's really helpful for the movement. Lovely little dodge there with the crossbow bolt, incredible stuff. And yeah, we just wanted to check quickly with this guy, because yeah, we're pretty addicted to the passive with the glint blade. The glint blades, the periodical glint blades, they're definitely my favorite passive. So we're just going back to get level 3 straight away, because that's going to boost our damage, and at this early stage of the game, yeah, just because the grace was right there, you know, it's, yeah, worth it. So let's see, just trying to get some damage on with this old pumpkin head here. Lovely stagger, wonderful stuff. Yeah, and yeah, the wild is super good for that, you know, like not the craziest poise damage, but definitely enough, and you know, better health and stuff compared to a lot of the other characters. So yeah, just an all-round great character with that double claw shot as well, the grappling hook. It's just amazing to play with. So we're just skipping ahead a little bit here, just seeing how we're dealing with these great shield dudes. They're so hectic. But yep, nice, yeah, because if we didn't get that level 3 before, then we might not have gotten that one shot with the crit, you know. So leveling up at the right time can save you a fair bit of time, if you know what I mean. So lovely dodge there, dodging the guard counter. Yeah, these shield enemies, yep, thought we'd be able to dodge through that, but it had a lingering hitbox. Yeah man, these enemies with the shields, really problematic in solo gameplay. But I know where, you know, yeah, it's just a little bit brutal when you've got nothing to take aggro, or to, you know, find an opening to get around the shield. But that's all good. So we're gonna get him out of here, you motherfucker. Yeah, it's frustrating me just watching it back. Yeah, I remember this run was very frustrating. I'd had many frustrating runs before this as well. Some really brutal things with invasions and ganks and double bosses, and it's just so savage. So savage. But yeah, lovely that we're able to just bully this final part of the boss here a little bit more. Let's see. So we're going to go for this, lovely, because we love the double greatsword build. And I should probably have it in my main hand, because it's going to do more damage, but yeah, we're just sort of a little bit distracted currently. So yeah, nothing there that we really want right now. So just trying to get back into zone pretty quick, because we also don't have that many flasks. And yeah, of course, if you've got a grace right there, why not, eh? Oh! Wonderful stuff. Yeah, that archer man, he's a fucking sniper. Fucking snipes the shit out of me, that guy. Amazing, incredible stuff. So yep, so we wanted to try and get this talisman, and we just completely fucking miss. Just completely miss. Then we get ganked a little bit, but yeah, I knew that the pot was coming over, and that was pretty tasty. I think we got almost 5k runes just from that magic pot, getting all those enemies. So just knowing what's going to happen with the various seeds, the spawns, is really helpful. So yeah, we're definitely looking for the periodical glint blade there, but I'm pretty sure that merchant's shop was the same as the other one, so I thought they were sort of different. And yeah, this fucking bubble man, we're having bloody trouble with the bubble. Bloody bubble trouble. And it was really, really pissing me off. But yeah, we're down here because generally we like to go for the smithing stone 2 meta if we've got time, and we were pretty close to the mines, and it's at this point it's a pretty decent, you know, sort of farm to DPS ratio, even though we're still pretty low leveled. And we're not going to get that crit because he's in the wall basically, so we're just going for damage here. Just going for damage. Yeah, maybe it would have been better to go... Oh no, true, he's still doing his raw, so we've got time before we would potentially go for the upward slash thing, the Ash of Ore thing. But no, it's not gonna happen. He was almost dead, we fucking missed the stone, we missed the runes, and now we're fucking playing with this idiot. Yeah, I was so frustrated at this point, man, because this had happened to me a few times, and at one point, this boss room, so it spawns you in the bubble and you can't fucking leave, and it did it outside of the circle, and like the tiniest little 2% of this whole fucking space was in the circle, and it was just like, it was so fucking brutal, man. Getting spawned into this fucking closed boss arena completely out of circle. That's fucking bullshit. So yeah, I was pretty upset when I got pulled in here. Little bit upset because we hadn't gotten to our first jail yet. Hadn't really gotten anything we wanted that much yet. And now we're dealing with this idiot, so pretty frustrating Dark Souls moments, to be honest. That's right, so we're gonna zoom around, we just got the crit. And yeah, they definitely are worth the damage. Yep, managed to dodge that AoE, lovely stuff. So yeah, also because I've played against this dude a few times now, so your awareness of the bosses and their movesets and, their kind of broken moves and how to dodge them is all gonna come in handy as we get a big hit right on the head there. Right on the head, missed that one. That's right, get his little tentacles a bit. Right in the fucking face, right in his face eye, right there. Nice, able to dodge that again. Get damage on, and yeah, so we managed to get him out of the way pretty quickly, and that's a 75,000 rune drop, so, seeing that back now, I was frustrated at the time, but that's a lot of fucking runes, man. So yeah, the FP buff, the passive, isn't really going to help us, but whatever. Thank you, Dark Souls. Dark Souls giveth, and Dark Souls taketh away, because we weren't able to get our smithing stone 2, and yeah, that kind of fucked up my run a little bit, and now it's a question, circle's closing, are we going to go down and try and get that? And, we still... Yeah, so we managed to get to level 8 from those runes, which is pretty decent for this point in day 1. But yeah, circle's closing fast, and we just want to get some damage. Want to try and get some anything, basically, because we still got our first Stone Sword key, and yeah, it's kind of, a little bit silly to be going for that meta without going for that meta. So yeah, the bats are great bat physics in this game, I've noticed. Great, really wonderful bat physics. Yeah, wonderful Dark Souls moments here. Thank you hitboxes. Wonderful, but yeah, we've got that grapple, which is not only great for the movement it affords you, but also its, sniping capabilities. So going for the boosted damage negation, always going to be very helpful on a solo run. Yeah. And yeah, we're hanging out for better weapons, but we didn't get the smithing stone 2, and for some reason also we still haven't been using the other sword that we've got, that we could have in our left hand and be doing that moveset, but that's alright. So let's see, we're just getting out of zone a little bit here. That's right, yeah, this is the point where we just want to level our starting sword up a little bit Wasn't like the most costly thing, and we're going to get more damage, but to be honest, I'm not sure why we don't have the other one. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Are we gonna... is it doing more damage? That's alright. Here it is. Now we've got both. Okay. So, there we go. There's that damage. There's the damage we've been looking for. Yep, so we love that. It's great stagger damage on that follow-up to the grappling hook. But missed that one. Completely whiffed it. Yep, lovely stuff. Yep, so not quite long enough there. That's alright. Happens sometimes. And that's a big swing no ding, my friend. And again, oh, but he fucking got us there, because it's deceptively slow occasionally in some of these attacks. Oh, yep, fucked that up. That's alright, he's out of there. So we've only got 2 potions for this next boss, but we're level 8, which is pretty decent for day 1. Lovely, lovely stuff. Knock down the tree. That's great, incredible stuff. So we missed that a little bit. And let's see, how are we going to go with dodging that? Yes, wonderful stuff. Getting much better at understanding the timing of those fucking hectic grabs, man. So we already got the stagger. Amazing. Amazing, bro. Yeah. This boss is pretty problematic, to be honest. He moves around a lot, he's got really brutal AoEs, and his hitboxes on his body are pretty weird. But that's alright, we're gonna persist, because that's what we do in Dark Souls. Yep, so he's doing his fucking hectic attack. Hectic attack, yep. Fucking hell, bro. Probably just one-shot me as well, but if he got it off. But boom, we're gonna interrupt the shit out of him. Get that bloody crit going, bro. Yeah, this is why I love Wilder or Raider. Definitely my favorite classes, just because of the poise damage. You can basically bully most bosses, which is... well, it's what you need, because the bosses are fucking gonna bully the shit out of me, that's for sure, bro. So just anything that sort of equalizes that playing field, especially in a solo run where there's no allies to take the aggro, as we get him out of there. Amazing stuff, and we are hot on the plans already. None of that's going to help, so we're going for improved dodging, because that's going to help us massively with this final boss fight, because I think it's only the 3rd time that we've tried to do the boss, so yeah, pretty bold that we're going for it like this, but that's right, because that's what we do. We persist, we overcome. Amazing stuff. So we saved some time there by going into the circle already. Great, getting over here. So we're finally going to get our bloody first jail. Yep, so Crucible Knight, not the best, not the worst. At least it's not the bloody Beastly Brigade, because yeah, just the multiple enemy jails are pretty difficult solo. So pretty wonderful dodging. Set that up. Yeah, managed to dodge right down there. Incredible stuff. Now we're just going to do a bit of a dance, and we bloody stagger him. Stagger the shit out of him. Amazing stuff. Yep. Boom. Big boom. Yep. Fucking boom. Yeah, that's why this Ash of War is actually pretty goated. Because yeah, you can actually stagger a fucking Crucible Knight. Crazy. Yep, let's get him out of there. Amazing stuff. Big runes. It's what we want. It's what we need. So let's see, what are we going to go for now? So I think we want to try and get some stone sword keys. You know, because that was our first jail, so that's great. But yeah, really got to lean into this meta when you're going for it. You know, otherwise you may as well have other relics on. It's bloody going to be a waste otherwise. So yeah, we saw this field boss here, and I just know that it's a pretty easy boss, DPS wise, you know, and I probably could have got that crit, but I got knocked out of it. That's right, because we're doing big damage, and that's the main thing you need, like just that DPS in the solo games. It doesn't, because I've seen a lot of people play solo games, and about the best solo game I've seen was a guy who just farmed all of the smaller enemies. So I think a big part of this game is knowing when to prioritize which kind of enemies, because, you know, at another point in this run, this would have taken me a lot longer and would have been a lot harder, but we were able to get it done pretty quickly. And it's given us a fair few runes, and we didn't really lose potions, we haven't lost that much time, so compared to some of the other decisions that can be made in a run, that was a pretty decent one. So we're just going to go for the max stem, I think. Pretty okay with our weapons so far. Wouldn't mind getting a smithing stone too, but yeah, we don't really have a plan yet. We're kind of a little bit panicked at this point, just trying to get potions and then hitting some jails. So we're gonna run up to this church up here, try and get a stone sword key. And we were gonna go jump up top, check what was up there, but yep, circle's coming in, so we've got one. Didn't want to go for the second because it potentially would have just been too much time wasted. And, you know, we're aware that holy damage is going to be strongest against this final boss, but yeah, we're also not committing massively to it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that we've got a sacred blade sword in our left hand, but for some reason we just didn't put it in our main hand yet. And yeah, we're trying to commit to a smithing stone too, again, but wasn't so familiar with this mine entrance, and I'd had some bad RNG in the mines in earlier runs where both the Pumpkinhead and the Lordsworn Captain weren't spawning for some reason, and I just felt like I didn't have enough time to even commit to checking if there was anything there. So we just came straight back out, probably lost, you know, 30 seconds or so, but it just wasn't worth it in the end. Just want to try and prioritize these jails and just get any field bosses so we can get some souls. Get some souls. Incredible stuff. Amazing. Boom! Love it, bro. It's never going to get old. Incredible. Yeah, doing pretty big damage to us, but yeah, we've got a decent amount of flasks, and now we just need to farm, basically. So yep, going for that hit, getting him out of there. Nice dodge. Big damage. Stagger him. Amazing. Oh, but he doesn't like that, does he? Fucking hell. He's running around, doesn't know where he's going. Couldn't bloody hit a thing in a thing, this fella. Bloody hell. See, I'm just going straight for the runes. And yeah, now it's just field boss time. Yeah, because I don't know, I didn't really want to move around in too many different places. At this point, I just wanted to try and get some levels, get some damage, maybe get a weapon, but yeah, just trying to get some fucking runes, bro. So yeah, we're already doing pretty decent damage off the two jails that we've gotten, which is great because usually this grafted scion boss can be quite troublesome as he fucking fucks up. Yeah, lovely jump there. Jumped your shit, mate. Fucking trying to fuck me up with like 6 swords or some shit. Jesus Christ. Bro, that's proper Beyblade shit. Amazing. Incredible stuff. So what are we going for here? I think just, yeah, the improved affinity negation, because yeah, this final boss, man, he's gonna fucking try and whoop our ass with all kinds of shit, isn't he? Yeah. So let's see, what have we got next? So I think we're just gonna run over and check out that camp. But yeah, we saw the deer, and in the solo runs, the deer, like, he can be a pain in the ass moving around too much, but you know, we've got the double grappling hook, so we're able to try and move with him, get some hits. Getting fucked up in his magic gunk a little bit there. Don't want to know what that is. If he's a magic goose and he's just got all his gunk at his feet, you know, who knows what it could be? I don't know. I don't want to know. That's alright. Managed to get a big stagger there. Really helped us, and we started to feel good about the run, but his fucking head was morphing through the fucking ground and we couldn't get the crit. So incredible Dark Souls moment there. Thank you, Dark Souls. Definitely had some great moments on this day, some really unfair and brutal and fucked up things happening, but that's the name of the game as we go for the final hit. And yeah, bro, that's why the grappling hook is so amazing, man. It's just so versatile. And yeah, we saw this big damage and improved attack power when two-handing, and you know, based on what else was there, we just couldn't pass it up, you know. So we're gonna go for this for now. And yeah, we didn't get our smithing stone 2s because of the bubble basically and my foolishness, so just trying to adapt to the run. Didn't get as many stone sword keys as we wanted, didn't hit as many jails as we wanted, didn't get the smithing stone like we wanted, didn't quite get weapons that we wanted, but you know, we're here, we're committing. And yeah, that's kind of the fun of this game, because runs can really surprise you at times, but you just gotta make it work. So yeah, no passives there that we really want. We're just trying to farm now. Just farm anything and everything just to try and get a few extra runes. As we ran all the way back up there, cut that out for you because it was pretty boring, and yep, straight into the storm. Let's see what we want. Yeah, we're gonna go for that Wendy because probably not gonna hit 15, so anything we can get to try and help ourselves is gonna make it a big difference, I reckon. So yep, going up here for some tasty juicy berries. Juicy berries, amazing, tasty. Yum, 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 yum. Big hits, bro. Fuck you. Suck a dick. Fuck you, bro. And yeah, our relics aren't really set up for this weapon, but I don't know, man. We're swinging it pretty quick for how fucking big it is, and it's doing really big damage, and it's gonna stagger the shit out of everything, basically. So, look at this fella. Wants to fucking swing his Albert around, does he? Go on here, just getting the trash out of the way. Yep, one hit that motherfucker. Amazing. Yep, big damage. Big stagger damage. Yeah, you can't even fucking play the game, bro, because this is my game! Yeah, amazing stagger. And that's what we want, you know, we want to be the bully. We want to bully Dark Souls, you know, because if we don't bully Dark Souls, then Dark Souls is going to bully us. You can be bloody sure about that. See, I'm just going for damage straight up. He's doing some buffs and shit. He's already fucking almost half dead. Bloody hell, mate. Wasn't the best game plan, was it? Was it now? So I thought we'd be able to get a crit there. Could have used our grappling hook to try and get back in closer, but that's alright. We had a decent opening there. So let's... Yeah, lovely dodge. Didn't get the second one. Okay, getting fucking ganked a little bit. That's right, we can move pretty quickly, can't we? So that's right, just going to try and thin him out a little bit. That fella's committed to his attack, so we're going to prioritize this lead fella. We got some decent range with this weapon as well. Just checking out the L2 a little bit. Pretty bloody decent, actually. Yeah, I love it, bro. I love being able to bully these, you know, these banished knights are so fucking hectic. And yeah, just to be able to interrupt them and stagger them makes a big difference, I reckon, especially solo. Yep, so trading there, but yeah, nice that we dodged. Great, wonderful stuff. Alrighty, so now we've just got the man himself. Yep, so he's going Super Saiyan. That's what happens there. Yep, see, he's got that going, and then we just dodge it. Big hit, dodge around to the left there, and yep, but he's got an AoE, that's alright. So yeah, we don't want to take risks, because we don't want to waste any of our Wendy Graces. Oh my goodness. Yep, wonderful stuff. Yep, again, we missed that second hit of his, and we're able to dodge that. So yeah, man, this weapon is decent. It's doing decent damage. The animation recovery isn't too bad. Yeah, we get that ult off. Amazing stuff to run in there and get that. Get the crit. Wonderful. Big damage there with the charge. Alright, he's going for this now. Yep, fair enough. You can try it, mate. You can bloody try it. Yep, so just getting away. Don't want to take any chances. You know, it's not about taking chances here. We're just trying to get this final boss. Oh my goodness, big AoE. Oh my goodness, another big AoE, and we're just going to dodge and fucking get him. Done. He's out of here. Wonderful stuff. So yeah, I think the stance breaking, because, you know, poise, yeah, I don't know if we've got so much poise to really warrant that, but to get 15% extra stance breaking. I think in general that's going to be worth more to us. I could definitely be wrong, but yeah, I'm probably not, so yeah, you should listen to me. So yeah, one tap that fella, get this fella. We're just trying to get, yeah, we're not going to guard, so that's not useful. Just trying to get anything that's, you know, some extra runes or stuff, because we need to have 10k to get our final Wendy. And yeah, that's it. So we're level 14, 7 flasks. Pretty decent for a solo run, considering how much went wrong in this run. And of course, the most important part of the run, in my opinion, is the aura farming, which is very, very important to do before you attempt these bosses solo, I think. So yep, there he is over there. Look at him walking. Looks pretty somber, to be honest. Looks pretty hopeless, pretty downtrodden, I would say. So we're just going to sneak around because I think we can get some pretty decent damage off even before he notices us. So yeah, look at that damage, bro. Boom, straight into the ult. And then, yeah, so going for that after the ult on Wilder seems to be a guaranteed knockdown. So yeah, really big damage already as he's going for that. And yep, we thought he was gonna be pretty quick with that hit, so good that we got out of there. Definitely a pretty decent opening, and that always comes out quicker than I thought. Yep, trying to, yep, boom, damn, okay, yep, okay, so that's our passive, which is oh my goodness, yep, too early, dodging too early. That's right. Oh my goodness, getting a little bit bold there. Yep, nice one, getting behind him, get one hit off and a dodge, amazing. Oh, lovely positioning. Oh no, thought we'd, okay, that's alright. Yeah, it's just so tricky to know when you can and when you can't attack. So yep, that's alright. Wanting to just get him out of here. Wonderful stuff. So we can, probably would have been better to use our warming stone there rather than the flask. That's alright. So yeah, this is our second time getting him to phase 2. And yeah, not the best opening, doing okay damage, and yeah, just fucking hell, bro, fuck that up. Yikes, doesn't look good. Somehow dodged that. Okay, getting a little bit better at that. Wonderful stuff. Get in there. Yes, guaranteed crit, it seems. Or is it because I've got the extra stance breaking? I don't know, but it's working for me and that's all that matters. Nice dodge. Dodge that, that's alright. Okay, pretty decent. Okay, yeah, could have got one more hit for sure, but we want to also make sure we've got enough stam so that we can run away from all this. To be honest, running to the left like that is not so consistent. It seems that running to the right is a little bit better, but maybe I'm just bloody superstitious and they're both the same. I don't know. That's right. Nice positioning. Wonderful stuff. Yep, so doing pretty decent. With 4 flasks left, I think we've still got 1 Wending Grace. So yeah, just getting in between those attacks so we don't have to worry about dodging. And being cautious with our movement towards him, because I know there's a lot of shit happening on the ground in this phase as that's just such a quick thing when he does that. So yep, he's playing the game at the moment, I'm not playing the game, and I just get fucked up by some completely just random AoE on the ground. Thank you, Dark Souls, that's amazing. Yep, so just trying to get any damage we can when it makes sense, because the ground is literally exploding all around us here, and we managed to get that dodge and we didn't get that one, that's right. Just completely waste that flask, not ideal. Okay, wonderful dodging there. Didn't get greedy. We're just, yeah, basically trying to wait for him to exit this phase so that we can maybe play the game a little bit again. Okay, so we're running away from that. Should probably just, yep, back away to the left. He's going up again. Yeah, and for how close I was, I dodged too early. You've got to wait for him to hit the ground, and then the ground glows and then you dodge. But that's alright, he's out of that crazy shit now, and we're doing pretty well with, you know, getting into the right places to dodge his hits as we go for this, and we get that bloody crit, bro. Amazing. It's definitely coming in pretty clutch. So we're just going for that. Bit of a charged heavy. So again, backing away, could have gotten one more light attack in there. And we're going to the left, and see how we got hit by that one? It just seems that the left is not so consistent, or maybe I started running too early, or maybe it's just Dark Souls and it just fucking happens like that sometimes. So yeah, we dodged too early, but luckily we dodged beside him, so it didn't clip us. Yep, managing to dodge that. Oh, that's such a slow thing. Yeah, I dodged too early, which is a shame, because yep, that was a bit of a wasted flask, so it's not looking great, to be honest. So he's doing that again. I should be pumping my L2, man, when he does that. That's right, we're getting out of the way, which is what you want. Not getting too greedy, going for this. Bit of damage on the board, hey? How's that? Oh, brutal. That final attack, man. Yeah, it catches me off guard, but I think we've got... That's our last Wendy. Let's see what we can do with it. It's not looking great. Somehow managed to tank that hit without taking any damage. And he's one hit away. He's one hit away. Oh my fucking god, bro. Holy fucking Jesus. Yeah, man, when we got that, I was mega surprised. I really didn't expect to get it done, and it was, you know, it was pretty sloppy, but we fucking got it done. And now we get to enjoy the spoils of war. Yep, check it out. Check out the fit. Check out the drip. Oh my fucking goodness, bro. Looks incredible, doesn't it? I've been so hungry for this shit, man. I think it looks so bloody good. Yep. Amazing stuff. Yeah, it's just, yeah. I didn't actually play this boss back in Dark Souls 1, but I know he looks dope. And playing as a wilder like this, man, like, it's just pretty blinging, isn't it? I think it looks very, 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 very tasteful. So thank you, Dark Souls. And of course we have the classic Havel, the absolute goat from Dark Souls 1, just such a demon, such a goat demon, you know, and now we've got him in bloody Nightreign, and that's good for me, it's good for you, and it's good for Dark Souls, so really, really incredible stuff. And yeah, still kind of surprised that we got the final boss, but fuck me, incredible stuff. So yeah, thank you Dark Souls. Thank you Dark Souls, and hope you have a great day. Bye!